Good morning. Good morning here in this meeting room and good morning online. Welcome to the Morristown Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. My name is Marjorie Wormser. I will be your Sunday associate this morning. So welcome to here where we covenant to weave together the fabric of community from the strands of our separate lives. We are an inclusive, welcoming congregation, whoever you are, wherever you are, in life's journey, you are welcome here. And I think we have one announcement I'm aware of one announcement this morning. Next Sunday's 10 a.m. service on New Year's Day will be completely virtual, so please check in your weekly blast or on the website for the link to YouTube or Facebook, and we will be broadcasting completely, and hope you can join us then. I'm going to turn it over to you, Reverend Joel.
Good morning. Merry Christmas. Welcome to the Morristown Unitarian Universalist Fellowship, and welcome to all who may be watching online. So some years ago, I was many years ago now, because I was actually an older teenager, and it was late Christmas Eve, and I was out for dinner with some of my high school buddies, and we were at a sort of one of those Denny's or one of those places you would go to for pancakes, something like that. You know, kind of inexpensive, get a nice full dinner for not too much money, and there weren't a lot of other people in this restaurant that evening. There was a family, a young family, two parents and a little baby, and then there was another guy who looked like maybe he, as they say in England, slept rough. He looked like he had much of his world possessions either with him or in a grocery cart that was outside on the sidewalk. And the staff of the restaurant was just being welcoming and lovely to everybody, which was really great. And the young parents were having trouble with the little kid. The kid was really just full of energy and wasn't quite walking yet, but really wanted to get down and move around. And was, even after they had dinner, the kid was still pretty upset. And the mom got up with this little child at one point, just trying to rock him and hold him. And at one point, the kid was kind of leaning over, and the mother lost her balance. And the guy who was there alone, in his sort of rough clothes, got a little worried, and he actually got up. And he was going to try to catch the mom. But what ended up happening is the baby, this child must have been maybe 10 months, 12 months, I'm really not quite sure, but the baby was smiling at this guy and leaned out toward him with his arms open, and the mom's balance, she had, at this point, was losing her balance, and the guy caught the baby and was holding this baby. And he held the baby, and he's looking at the mother like, I know how I look, and I hope this is okay, but... And she just looked at him, and she said, oh, thank you. And he got very teary, and he was holding the baby, and he said, no, thank you. I think this is the best Christmas I've had in a long time, as he's holding that little baby. Never forgot that moment. I think it's moments like that, and any moment in which we can just be here for one another in all of our times, either of celebration or our times of struggle. Good morning and welcome. It's good to be with you on Christmas morning. We're singing just our voices this morning, so we're going to sing together "O Little Town of Bethlehem," and it should be, does everybody have an order of service or one they can look on? we put all the words for our singing in the order of service. O little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie. Above thy deep and dreamless sleep, the silent stars go by. Yet in thy dark streets shine the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight. For Christ is born of Mary and gathered all above. While mortals sleep, the angels keep their watch of wondering love. O morning stars together proclaim the holy birth. Let praises ring from God, they bring goodwill to all on earth. How silently the wonder is made known, when God imparts to human hearts the gift that is our own. No ear may hear that coming, but in the worldly din, when souls are truly humble, tender ignorance within. Margaret Gooding.
Before you do that,
Yeah.
we have something to do.
Oh,
It's here. It's okay. It's there. So now we light the chalice, the symbol of our faith. And do we want to do our typical affirmation when we light the chalice? We light this chalice. Well, actually, the children do. We light this chalice because we are Unitarian Universalists. We are the oh, Ellen, help
Sure.
me. We are the faith of the open mind, the loving heart, the helping hand, and together we bring peace and justice into the world.
yes.
Off script. Sorry about that.
That was nice. Yeah. Well, it seems a nice way then to move into the Why Not a Star. Margaret Gooding was a religious educator many years ago and wrote this reading. And so I invite everyone to read the italics. And what?
I can read the
Marjorie?
italics so that the people listening remotely can hear it. And
Yeah.
you'll read the non-italicized. Okay.
They told me that when Jesus was born, a star appeared in the heavens above the place where the young child lay.
When I was very young, I had no trouble believing wondrous things.
It was a wonderful miracle, part of a long ago story foretelling an uncommon life.
They told me a supernova appeared in the heavens in its dying burst of fire.
When I was older and believed in science and reason, I believed the story of the star explained.
But I found that I was unwilling to give up the star, symbol for the birth of one whose uncommon life has been long remembered.
The star explained became the star understood for Jesus, for Buddha, for Zarathustra.
Why not a star? Some bright star shines somewhere in the heavens each time a child is born.
Who knows what it may foretell?
Who knows what uncommon life may yet again unfold if we but give it a chance.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Shepherds, why this jubilee? Why these songs of happy cheer? What great brightness did you see? What glad tidings did you hear? Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. See him in a manger laid, whom the angels praise above. Mary, Joseph, lend your aid, while we raise our hearts in love. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. This reading is entitled Amazing Peace and was written by Maya Angelou. Thunder rumbles in the mountain passes, and lightning rattles the eaves of our houses. Floodwaters await us in our avenues. Snow falls upon snow, to avalanche over unprotected villages. The sky slips low and gray and threatening. We question ourselves. What have we done to so affront nature? We worry, God. Are you there? Are you there really? Does the covenant you made with us still hold? Into this climate of fear and apprehension, Christmas enters, streaming lights of joy, ringing bells of hope, and singing carols of forgiveness high up in the bright air. The world is encouraged to come away from rancor, come to the way of friendship. It is the glad season. Thunder ebbs to silence and lightning sleeps quietly in the corner. Floodwaters recede into memory. Snow becomes a yielding cushion to aid us as we make our way to higher ground. Hope is born again in the faces of children. It rides on the shoulders of our aged as they walk into their sunsets. Hope spreads around the earth, brightening all things, even hate, which crouches breeding in dark corners. In our joy, we think we hear a whisper. At first, it is too soft. Then, only half heard, we listen carefully as it gathers strength. We hear a sweetness. The word is peace. It is loud now. It is louder, louder than the explosion of bombs. We tremble at the sound. We are thrilled by its presence. It is what we have hungered for, not just the absence of war, but true peace, a harmony of spirit, a comfort of courtesies, security for our beloveds and their beloveds. We clasp hands and welcome the peace of Christmas. We beckon this good season to wait a while with us. We, Baptist and Buddhist, Methodist and Muslim, say, come, come, peace, peace. Come and fill us and our world with your majesty. We, the Jew and the Jainist, the Catholic and the Confucian, we implore you to stay a while with us so we may learn by your shimmering light how to look beyond complexion and see community. It is Christmas time, a halting of hate time. On this platform of peace, we can create a language to translate ourselves to ourselves and to each other. At this holy instant, we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ into the great religions of the world. We jubilate the precious advent of trust. We shout with glorious tongues the coming of hope. All the earth's tribes loosen their voices to celebrate the promise of peace. We, angels and immortals, believers and non-believers, we look heavenward and speak the word aloud. Peace. We look at our world and speak the word aloud. Peace. We look at each other, then into ourselves, and we say without shyness or apology or hesitation, peace, my brother. Peace, my sister. Peace, my sibling. Peace, my soul.
The song you're about to hear has two titles. The one in your order of service says In Praise of Christmas. It's an 18th century traditional song, but many people know it by its other name, Drive the Cold Winter Away, which might be very fitting at this time. Excuse me. All hail to the days that merit more praise than all the rest of the year, and welcome the nights that double delights, as well for the poor as the peer. Good fortune attend each merryman's friend that doth but the best that he may, forgetting old wrongs with carols and songs to drive the cold winter away. 'Tis ill for a mind to anger inclined, to think of small injuries now. If wrath be to seek, do not lend her thy cheek, nor let anger inhabit thy brow. Cross out of thy books malevolent looks, both beauty and youth's decay, and wholly consort with mirth and good sport to drive the cold winter away. This time of the year is spent in good cheer, and neighbors together do meet, to sit by the fire with friendly desire, each other in love to greet. Old grudges forgot are put in the pot, all sorrows aside they lay. The old and the young doth carol this song to drive the cold winter away. When Christmas tide comes in like a bride, with holly and ivy clad, 12 days of the year, much mirth and good cheer in every household is had. The country guise is then to devise some gambols of Christmas play, where women and men do the best that they can to drive the cold winter away. Okay, and now we will have a candle lighting ritual. There may be instructions in your order of service, but I think we're going to do a variation of what is stated there. So this is a time for us to recall happy or warm memories of past Christmases, hopes for Christmases yet to come, and if you wish, hold someone special in your hearts. Rather than have all of us coming up and lighting candles, which can not only be a little awkward, but potentially a safety hazard, what I'd like to invite you to do is call out the memory, the wish, or the person, and I can light the candle. And if you wish to have a candle lit but not speak words, just raise your hand. And 1, 2, 3, however many candles you wish, okay? Well, I could light this candle for the joy of being among good friends and this group and feeling the warmth of Christmas possibilities.
My two brothers, Richard and Robert.
Two brothers, Richard and Robert.
My father and mother.
Father and mother.
Virginia Gruber Schwenk.
Virginia Gruber Schwenk.
And Judy Oler.
Yes, our beloved departed friend Judy Oler. I'm repeating what you say so that people who are watching can hear.
For all of the coaches and mentors in my life who passed away.
For the coaches and mentors who have passed on.
For the children of this fellowship, may they have a Merry Christmas with their families.
For the children of this fellowship, may they have a Merry Christmas with their families today.
For my mother, who loves Christmas. She celebrates it all year long.
Reverend Joel says, for his mother, who loves Christmas and celebrates it all year long. Yes. The fireplace on my mantle, the mantle on my fireplace is a perpetual Christmas. It just reminds me to have as much peace and love of humanity as possible. A little joy and sometimes a little mischief. Yes.
Just for all who don't have the good fortune that we have to be here, who are suffering so much in the world today.
For all who do not have the good fortune to be here and are throughout the world who are suffering.
I'd like for us to light one for anybody who's watching.
Yes, we light this candle for all who are watching, participating remotely through Facebook and YouTube. You are here with us in spirit, and we are glad of it. Thank you so much for sharing your good thoughts and remembering loved ones. Okay, and I guess our next song is the first Noel. Would you like to kick this starting out, Reverend Joel?
The first Noel, the angels did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. They looked up and saw a star shining in the east beyond them far, and to the earth it gave great light, and so it continued both day and night. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel.
So the next reading, entitled For the New Year, 1981, was written by Denise Levertov. I have a small grain of hope, one small crystal that gleams clear colors out of transparency. I need more. I break off a fragment to send you. Please take this grain of hope so that mine won't shrink. Please share your fragment so that yours will grow. Only so, by division, will hope increase. Like a clump of irises which will cease to flower unless you distribute the clustered roots, unlikely source, clumsy and earth-covered, of grace. And our next song is Voice Still and Small.
I'm going to sing this once through, although if you know it, I invite you to join me. And because I'm not assuming that we're all familiar with it, it's a lovely song. And it, even though not a Christmas carol, seemed to really fit for our Christmas morning.
It's a lovely song meditation.
Yeah, it is. Voice still and small, deep inside all, I hear you call, singing. In storm and rain, sorrow and pain, still will remain, singing. Calming my fears, quenching my tears, through all the years, singing. Voice still and small, deep inside all, I hear you call, singing. In storm and rain, sorrow and pain, still will remain, singing. Calming my fears, quenching my tears, through all the years, singing. I overheard a conversation last week. I've overheard this conversation, I think, maybe a number of Christmases. In this case, I was in the grocery store, and a man in a very insistent voice was saying, remember the reason for the season. As I think about this moment of prayer or meditation or contemplation, who chooses our reasons for us? Who are we to say no? Who are we to say yes? I heard those words, remember the reason for the season, and it felt like, why are we fighting with words, especially now? As if the reason for the season was, I don't know, like an intellectual property. Some imperial overlords brought it, and we have to use it in the one true way. As if anyone can own the holy or have the rights to peace and parcel it out like rewards. I got to thinking about it. It would be as if the holy could be given as a reward for staying put, not leaving, staying with things as they are. As if the journey to Bethlehem should never have begun. As if the wise kings and queens of the East should never have pursued the star. As if Mary should have been ashamed of her baby. As if Joseph should have abandoned Mary because she was an unwed mother. Or as if Jesus should never have been loved because he was illegal. And in his time, he was literally illegal. As if ancient pagans should not have longed for the return of spring, or that Jewish people should have walked away from the miracle of lights in the temple in the days that became Hanukkah. As if Americans from Africa should not have escaped for their freedom over and over again. As if only the babies of Caesars should have health care or adequate food. But I think Christmas defies the reasons of any certain claims of ownership or property rights. Christmas, I think it's ours for the taking because it calls to us. Christmas calls to us, rich and poor, young and old, legal and illegal, libertarian and socialist, Muslim and Jew, male, female, non-binary, transgender, theist and atheist, learned and street smart and humble. Christmas is ours, a gift to freely take and to freely give. Christmas calls to us from a baby kept in a feeding trough or falling into the arms of a person surviving on the streets. Christmas calls to us through the child of a homeless family. Christmas calls to us from our homes, well-lit, beautiful lights out front. Christmas calls to us from friends, the light in their eyes, from family far and near, from these friends here at the fellowship. It calls to us. Let's make the journeys of our lifetimes. Let's make these journeys. Let's follow that beacon star. It points to an unexpected place to give and accept gifts with strangers. It reminds us of the amazing reasons of infant children and innocent animals. May our journeys here remind us how important it is for us to be here, to bring peace to one another, to bless one another and our children and all children, and to welcome each of our journeys of love and hope, and that we can find our way to a place where all our spirits may live large and beautiful and beloved. in the year ahead. May this be the reason of the season that goes with us. And may it bless us all along our way. And may the warmth of everyone here and everyone we hold in love in our hearts nurture that peace in this quiet season of light. Amen. So be it. Blessed be. As we leave this gathering in Christmas spirit, let the Spirit remind us of our vision of peace and goodwill for all people. And let's carry that through the coming year. Let it call us to each new day with a newborn spirit of hope and joy. Merry Christmas, all. Merry Christmas. And let's sing each other as we go and have some bagels or coffee and spend some time together. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Go in peace. Be in peace. They've been teaching those of us who grew up in the way tradition how to pray.
Yeah. And I have some that's
Yeah, I know, right? But you still want to go back to the, I always wonder, I'm looking at the memory, you have the notes, it's
gives us an
yeah, we're going to. But I think
Yeah, it depends on the community, I guess. Some are congregations here are a little more diverse than ours. Montclair is. Some is.
They went through this whole big, it's so, I felt like a good crowd, they did it in such a decent way. And a lot of it's more than the reason you're doing.
That's really